original idea of the game was that it was set in a dystopian world inspired by a 1984 connected with building of the Berlin Wall. It started as a simple fence, but it grew into this massive wall.
We grew up, Sanya and me, we were born in Yugoslavia, which was kind of a nice utopian country. And during 90s, we experienced the total breakup war, and nobody asked you, do you want to live in this country? Just people stayed where they happened to be in that particular day. And over the night, basically, we were cut off from the rest of the world. Nobody wanted the war, but the war started and the country was divided. Trump wall is something that, for example, people in the States would mention, but there is North Korea, there, in Asia, there is Berlin Wall. We have our own walls. People like to build walls, and that's something that is really universal for all the cultures. And we really wanted to push this kind of regime. We just say regime because we stripped, for example, communism of its own trademarks, and we stripped capitalism, and to create this unique regime which is based on money and broadcasting while still having the traits of the classic absolutistic regime. This absurdity that they're letting you escape through reality show is something that we wanted to show how absurd. You are like a mice in the maze. There is a system who controls every action, and you're expected to go left.
You shouldn't have the feeling of being in control.
Yeah, the controls are a puzzle on its own.
You press a key and the character moves afterward, and there is this slight delay. It makes you feel like you are kind of puppeteer and you are controlling a puppet. At this point, the player becomes the big brother. He's controlling the main character and he's pushing the character to do things the character wouldn't do on his own. So you can see that there are like these small things, like the character by himself stops at the edge of the ledge. He doesn't want to fall by himself. People still feel that the character from time to time might not control as they would love to.
Yeah, but that's the part of you being a puppeteer and this small delay that we wanted to. Yeah, we wanted to award people with story. Like they need to do something in order to get more of a story. And we think that the unlocking of this story is really satisfying for people. And that's something that we would lose if we would change or make controls easier or whatever. We both hate when you have an obvious puzzle. We wanted to have a fluid narrative through the mechanics and through the gameplay and through the game design and level design and everything, that basically everything works together. The environment be influenced by mechanics, and the mechanics are in the same way influenced by environment. I mean, we tried to limit ourselves with a limited color palette, and we wanted to integrate the brutalistic shapes of Russian avant-garde and Czech avant-garde with glamour things from the 30s, posters for Swiss Alps, for the rich guys, where everything is like pastel and surreal and beautiful. And we took those two and combined them together because we felt that this regime of our regime shouldn't be threatening. It's treating it like it went through PR treatment. They changed their flags into baby blue because it's more calm and people like baby blue. They're really trying hard to hide the fact they are trying to rule you. From time to time, you're going to feel threatened, but in the same time, you're going to feel loved.